Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at Keats,
Okay.
Ode on a Grecian Urn,
Right.
right? And we're going to be looking at it through a pretty specific lens
All
today.
right.
We've got this, it's an excerpt from an academic text,
Okay.
and the title is The Heifer Led to Sacrifice, a reflection on Keats' Grecian Urn scene.
Wow.
I know.
That's a mouthful.
It's a very academic-sounding title.
It is.
But it's a good one because it's very specific, right?
Yeah.
Tells you exactly what we're going to be talking about. That scene on the urn with the heifer
Right.
being led to sacrifice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what stands out to you about this?
Well, whenever I think about Ode on a Grecian Urn, I always think about beauty, right? I
Yep.
think about art and beauty and permanence.
Timeless.
This kind of, this timelessness that Keats is always going on about.
Yeah.
But this excerpt, I think, really brings in the other side of that coin,
I get it.
the reality of the sacrifice.
Yeah. And he even calls it he's talking about like a happy melodist.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
A juxtaposition.
yeah, how can this be happy?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that tension, I think, is really what this excerpt is trying to get at.
Okay.
It's not just about Keats celebrating beauty. It's about him, I think, grappling with the kind of difficult reality.
Darker side.
The darker side, of life and death.
And I think that's where, when he says like beauty is truth, truth, beauty.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of what he's getting at.
I think so, too.
Like it's not just
hmm
pretty things. It's the whole
It's the hard stuff, too.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this excerpt even, it kind of goes a little bit further with that.
Oh.
It even connects that idea of the sacrifice to the actual act of making art.
Oh.
So
yeah.
for Keats, it's like the artist is also
Right.
making a sacrifice
Oh, interesting.
to create something beautiful.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, they're giving up something of themselves.
So almost like the heifer is like a
Yeah.
symbol for
The
the
symbol, yeah.
artist.
And I think that also connects to this idea of art transcending time.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Because the heifer's frozen there on the urn.
Right.
It's this moment that's captured forever.
Wow. That's really that's a really interesting way to look at it.
I mean, it really makes you rethink Ode on a Grecian Urn.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people just,
Take it at face value.
this is surface level.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is about beauty, and it's beautiful, but
it's more than that.
it's so much more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's really what stood out to me.
What about you, listener? I mean, this is a different way to think about this poem.
Yeah.
What do you think?
And it's not just Keats, right? I mean, this idea of sacrifice and art, it's something that's been around forever.
It's a theme.
It's a theme. You think about the pyramids or even like modern war memorials.
Yeah.
They're all kind of trying to grapple with these ideas of life and death.
Make something permanent
Yeah.
out of impermanence. Yeah, that's a good point. So we've really kind of dug into this idea of sacrifice and Ode on a Grecian Urn.
Yeah.
And we've seen how it connects to these bigger themes, these bigger ideas that Keats was wrestling with about beauty and truth and even the power of art to kind of like transcend time.
Mm-hmm.
But as always, there's more to think about.
Right.
Right. So I'm going to leave you with this. What other ways does art, and I'm talking about all different kinds of art, how does it deal with these big, huge ideas of life and death? Can you think of any other examples? And what does it all mean? How does it all fit into our understanding of, our own lives? And what happens after? So think about those things. And we will. See you next time for another deep dive.